Believing in better is a mindset to pursue excellence in everything you do. It's welcoming opportunities to improve your farm and knowing that your best season is simply a starting point for this season. Precision planting is for farmers like you who believe in better.
We got the combine fixed. New pan on the motor, engine oil pan. New drive line that drives the short drive shaft that drives the rotor to the rotor gearbox. That's all on. Replaced one line. One engine oil line went to the filter, I believe it was. Got that fixed, on, running, going good. I cut about 15 acres and now the head's broke. Well, not broke, but I'm pretty sure there's I hope it's just a chain that drives my drum right down there that feeds the throat. There's an internal chain in there that drives that drum. Well, that chain's either broke or come off. Hopefully the gears aren't stripped. We'll find out. Well, the good part is I got Dairy Queen on the way. Annie is bringing us lunch, so we got that going for us.
Really nice to have a cab. Start of another test. This one's a new one from Corteva that I don't know, it's kind of interesting. It's Nutrition N. Probably a lot of you's heard of it. It's something that you spray on the corn after it's up. It's supposed to have it, you put it on with the sprayer. It's supposed to be some kind of like biological that gets on there, gets in the plant tissue. It's supposed to help it make more nitrogen, or help the plant take more nitrogen out of the air than it normally does. I believe it's the theory behind it, but anyways, we'll see if it does anything or if it's just another box of snake oil.
I found out what was wrong. This gearbox, drive shaft goes, hooks up to the combine there, and then here's the gearbox, comes off, comes up, this clutch there, that gear, there's a chain, runs over that idler sprocket, down to your drive gear, there's a chain's broke. That's no bueno. So, took that all apart and found out that there was 4 of these bolts right here. 4 of these bolts had come out and this sprocket was loose, so I think it jumped, chain jumped off, broke. I found the other 3 bolts. They don't have them on hand, so I got to do a little filing on them, take them up to the farm and clean them up a little bit, get a little gasket sealer for the new gasket. Gasket here, gasket here. Annie ran down to the case store to get me all the parts and a new chain. So hopefully, I don't know, in another hour and a half we'll be going again, just in time for the bean cutting to be over for the day, probably, because we are getting caught up, I think. Not the end of the world, but it's frustrating when things keep breaking. I understand the old stuff, but the new stuff's what gets frustrating.
I encourage everyone to do their own tests. Don't take what we do as the gospel, because you might find different results, but for Nutrition N, no difference. We have not found any new thing that we tested so far this year out of the norm of what we're normally doing. Haven't found any winners yet, but there's a lot more stuff to test yet. We'll see.
All right, got the header back together. Shut back up, new chain, new gaskets. We are good to go. We're good to go, just in time for Dad to basically be done cutting beans over here at the airport. About 300 acres of beans over here. We had to leave a few out here, 30 acres, I don't know. Not sure what's out there. That's about all I might have cut 40 acres over here. Dad's cut over 200, so off to a good start.
See that? 16% moisture corn. Going straight into the bin. No dryer for this load at least. Right, Smoke? Heading in for the night.
Yeah, some of this black dirt, of course, not as good as the clays. We had so much rain on it there at one time. You know, 8 inches of rain within, I don't know, 8 days, a lot of rain. But it was far enough along here that it didn't really hurt it that much, somewhat. Probably the beans more in the black dirt. But all in all, corn harvesting going great.
Looking like today's gonna be our last day picking corn in Illinois. We still got a lot more corn to go here, but since the new big bin isn't ready and we want to utilize that, we really don't have anywhere to go with it. So we're gonna try and get this field done halfway early today and then get moved over Indiana tonight before it gets dark, and then get started over there. I think we got at least maybe 1,000 acres of corn over there that we can do that's dry enough that it doesn't have to be dried and go right in the bin. So surely by the time we get that done, either the rest of the corn in Indiana will be dry enough or the new bin will be done, then we can come back here. So it'd been better if we could have stayed here, just got all this done and then move. That's how we like to do it, but bin's taking a little bit longer to get done than as it was originally planned. So calling an audible. Bean head sitting down there, bean combine down that way. They're out of dry beans, or they're out of beans that are dry enough to cut for like at least 2 days maybe. Then hopefully they can get back going and stay going. Just not quite ready. Then we'll be out of the way here for them to be able to dump up here at the home farm. We're gonna have the second biggest bin up there in beans, which I don't think that thing's ever been in beans. So advantage of the new big leg. Older leg at David's is much smaller, so that can kind of be a bottleneck for them. The trucks being able to dump fast enough, but being able to come up here, this is faster with a bigger pit. That should speed them up. That's it. Get ready to head to Indiana. Don't take this folding corn head off much. Just when we move to like Robinson or Indiana, somewhere far away.
I don't know, you got to take this pin out.
Yep, this is for getting it on a corn head, getting the stalk devastators out of the way.
Getting on a corn head trailer.
Getting on a corn head trailer, that's a good point, yeah.
Put this pin underneath here, and then when you lift it up, your devastator will stay up.
Locking her up.
So if you had to truck at every field, it wouldn't be very handy.
No, heck with that. See, there's these pads that gotta go over on the trailer. See, since those are pinned up, instead of hanging down, so they'll go on.
Well, we've picked about 1,000 acres now in Illinois, and the corn's getting dry enough. We put several loads, probably 10, right direct into the bin. We've checked our Indiana moisture. We got some over there, a lot that we put direct into the bin, so we're heading over there. Just about to get to the Wabash River to go from Illinois to Indiana. The old combine ran a lot slower. I got these new tracks case, and I run about 24, which is nice on these big long road trips. But here I am, going across the Wabash River. Kind of cool, way up high here. Down there's a Mark Carmel power plant. So I'm in Illinois, and now I'm in the middle of the river. There's a John Boat, Old Railroad Bridge. I would say I'm in Indiana now. Go down into the Patoka Bottoms, cut through there, up to Highway 41, north on it, across the White River, and turn, go down to our land down in Knox County, Indiana.
We made it. Almost 2-hour tractor ride. Not very far as the crow flies, but we gotta drive around rivers, get the bridges, get Dad's head hooked up, and call it a day and go home. The kids are up to on my birthday. Tighten the auger chain up a little bit. It's the one that drives the big auger that comes out and unloads it. While Dad's fueling up. Down in the river bottom, southern Knox County, Indiana. You can tell our neighbors, our main neighbors over here, Newtons, they're getting busy. L&R Farms, Bruce Farms also over there too. They've been picking a lot. They got a YouTube channel. Check it out if you like these videos.
Corn's good here also, of course. I thought some of this, the ground as flat as it is, maybe all the rain would have damaged it. Some, maybe it has, but it's not, it's a very good corn, so we know about that. We're down here on Anthony Dallas field. We got 2 trucks running direct to the big dump. Wilson's, and it's 2-4-way. They can't keep up using the new scales. They like those. Then we're going to be getting another truck over here for today, since we got another driver and truck available. So I won't have to be sitting and waiting some, and they'll all go right in, sit and wait. Like I say, it's going good, but we need another truck. Corn's good and dry. We was hoping we could put it in the bin. I think all but one load's been below 18. So good moisture, good yield. I'm about a half point wet on mine. I guess I need to change it. Let's see what the last load tests, and then maybe I will change it another half point. But looking good. Corn standing up good. I've been doing a yield comparison going across this field with different tasks. It's been half 1197, half 1395 Pioneer, 1359. Anyway, I always do that. I create a new task after I do the ends on these case combines, because I don't want the ends in my comparison, because the edge of trees, edge of ditches, roads, and all that, and shade. So after I get the ends done, I make a new task. When I get to 1359, then I'll label it that. Then when I get to 1197 off the ends, the next pass, I make a new task and I label it that. So it's been a real good field to do that in. There's about, looks like about 35 acres of each in this 112 that I've done. Yield comparison on. The 1359 seems to be a lot better, but it's not. It is better. I'm showing it 226. 18% moisture, which I am wet. It's probably 17.5. And then on the 1197, I'm showing 224, but showing it 17.1. So it's 1197, clear across this field is behind 2 bushel an acre, but it's 0.9% drier. It just don't look like it's near as good, but it's as good as yield comparison as you can get. If you ever do that, just don't count the ends. You got to make a new task. That'll really screw you up with the outside rows and stuff.
Yeah, we have 5 different bin locations. We course try and haul the closest one, try and be as most efficient as possible. Today they're hauling up to a place we call Wilson, named after Ronnie Wilson. It was his before it was ours. He died of Lou Gehrig's disease, I think, in 2000, I want to say 5, 6, somewhere in there. But anyways, we sat it on there. Like our biggest bins there is 250,000 one. And if you watch some of our episodes this summer, that's where one of our scales that we put in is at, that the drive over scales that adds it up. You say it's going pretty good up there. It's working good. It got calibrated relatively easy. And
Danny Marlowe tested a little bit higher, 18.2.
anyway, so far so good. I'm gonna hand the camera off to Jay for him to kind of show you around. Here you go. Don't lose it. I got a bet for this. What? This camera. Here you go. It's on.
What's up? Well, this is like my whole favorite part of this whole road is this big huge hill, and this will sure test the limits of a truck if you're heavy, getting up it, and not having to downshift a bunch. We'll let her scream up the hill. Sure is a pretty scenery over here. And we made it. Okay, we are at the bend. Gotta get in low gear. So we'll get pulled up to the scales. Alright, you can kind of see there's a readout out there and there's a red and green line. It's kind of hard to see, but I'm sure at night you can probably see it better. There's a little box on the side of the building. Press the button. Pretty sure it turned green. Got her in low gear and we just let it creep across there. This pit. Well, the leg, the whole deal, super fast. Man, it is windy today. Something don't drive quite today, I don't know what will. But we'll put her in that big old bed right there. Woo! Thing's huge. I look kind of tiny sitting up next to it.
Done a couple this year, short range, off the camera. Well, this is the first attempt and I only got one of them. Haven't warmed up, so hopefully we don't leave her short, we don't break a glass. The thumbs up, must have went in. I thought it was too far in front.
Well, it's about 9 o'clock. Just about done for the day. Time to get this truck picked. Get home, it'll be at least 10. Be after 10. Didn't really get to bed, so get up again in the morning. Get going. This one, our last truckload for the day. We picked about 35,000 today. Not too bad. Not a fantastic day. Maybe see about 36,000 is what we're going to end up with. So a pretty good day. One combine. I like to get up there at 38 to 40. I feel like it's a real good day, but we're getting there.
That's gonna do it for this episode, so we get her edited tomorrow. Yeah, things are still going good. Corn's better than expected here in Indiana, a little bit, kind of like everywhere else. Happy we're able to go straight to the bin here while our bin gets done. Hopefully the bean crew gets back going tomorrow, and hopefully David has some better fortune. Yeah, we'll see what goes on from here. So far, so good. It's your Ivers merch, ivers-farms.myshopify.com. Thanks for watching. See you Sunday.